In this lesson, we'll take a look at emitter types in Maya flutes, and we're gonna see how the Maya's fluid emitter works. So let's select the fluid container and let's go to fluid emitter. And here you'll notice we have the emitter type. I can change that from omni to volume, okay? And you have surface and curve too. So I can change that to volume. As you see now, I have a box. And another way to add the volume emitter by deleting the emitter. And let's select the container and let's go to fluids and let's go to add edit contents and let's click on emitter option box. And here I'm going to reset the settings and let's click on emitter type volume and let's click apply. Okay, as you see I created the same emitter. Okay, so let's move it down. And another thing, if you scale that from the center, you can scale it, right? Everything works normal. But if you come from the X, as you see, I am not able to scale it on X or Z. The reason is because if I hold R on the keyboard and left mouse click, as you see, it's a world, okay? So I need to change that to object in order to be able to scale that on X or Z, okay? And let's scroll down to the volume emitter attributes. You notice here we have the volume shape, so I can control how the shape of the volume emitter will be. For example, sphere, cylinder, okay? And you have some attributes here. You can change the volume sweep, and of course you have a torus too. You can change the volume sweep and the section radius too. Okay, let's leave it to cube. And now let's go up and take a look at some attributes here. So here we have the start frame emission, so you can control where your emission will start emitting density. And here you will see we have start frame only. So for example, let's say you want to emit just on the frame 50. Okay, so you can go to fluid shape and change the start frame to 50, okay, in the dynamic simulation. So this is a great way so to speed up your work, okay? In past you need to key everything, okay, to do just this simple step. Okay, so let's turn that off. And here you'll see I have the rate, okay? So this is a multiplier to all the attributes you see here, okay? So if you set that to 200, the 200 will be multiplied by the density and the heat and so on, okay? So this again very fast way. And here you will notice we have to a checkbox. So this related to the particles. So say for example you are emitting density from your particles, so then you can use these options here, okay? And this too is related to the particles, okay? We'll take a look at them later. And let's scroll down to the fluid attributes. You'll notice here we have the density method. You can change that to no emission. You will not have any emission. And you can change that to replace the density inside the container, okay? And here you will see I have the heat and we have the fuel, okay? We'll take a look at them later. And here we have the density emission map. Let's say you created a map in Photoshop and you can load it here and emit the density from the map, okay, you created. And here you will see I have the motion streak. Say for example you have a fast moving object, and when you have the problem is with fast moving objects, the Maya fluid cannot emit the smoke smooth from them, okay? So you need to turn that on to make the density emission very smooth, okay? So you don't have any dots. So let's turn that off, and you have the jitter, and let's see the result here. And you notice we have some turbulence here, right? But when I disable the jitter, I will have more smooth simulation, okay, or emission. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. See you in the next lesson.